Good morning and welcome to Life on the Ridge. Up bright and early before the sun, as you can tell. Still dark outside, but getting ready to do some chicken butchering today. Got all of our chickens in the trailer, and yep, today's the day. So I thought I'd run you through my setup and then just kind of show you what we do here on the ridge. So like I said, here's all the chickens. They've fasted for about 12 to 15 hours. And I think I may have counted one or two twice, but I know I've got at least 32 or 33 chickens. These are Cornish cross, and they're about 8.5 weeks old. And I do apologize because I know that's probably loud, but we got our heat going down there. But this is where it all starts. So we've got two kill cones. This is just made out of two 5-gallon buckets from TSC. We got a drain bucket for everything to drain down in. And then we've got our scalding water, getting it up to temp. Looks like we're getting closer pretty quick. Got to get to about 145, so get up there about 150. Got our water scalding. Got a little bit of soap in here. If you're watching these old Joel Salatin videos, he says add a little soap in it, helps kind of penetrate. So doing that. The next phase of this process, we'll go over here to our plucker. I did make a slight modification on this plucker. If you have this plucker, you probably have the same issue. This little plate on the bottom catches a lot of feathers. So I installed a little piece of metal flashing right here. Just screwed it into that pole, and that should fix that issue. Got our bucket under there to catch the feathers as they come out. Next step of the process. And then the final step here will be our little cleaning station right here. We got just the plastic table here, do all of our cleaning, and then we got another bucket here to scrape all the unwanted parts of the chicken right there. And then the final resting place here in the coolers where they will rest overnight, and tomorrow we'll bag them. So like I said, just wanted to kind of run you through our setup and let you see how we do things here on the ridge. All right, so we got our chickens in the kill cones, head down. You're just gonna stick your hand, pull them out. I've got a glove on because I don't feel like cutting my hand. The last time we done this, I cut my finger. It made the whole process harder. So, we got head out the bottom of the kill cone. You're gonna feel for those jaw bones right there. And then you're gonna just cut the jugular. We got the chickens out of the kill cones. We got our scalding water here. It's at 150 degrees. And got a little soap in there, so we're just gonna stick them down in there and start just kind of moving them around a little bit. Pull them in and out of the water. All right, and then we'll go over here to the plucker. Turn the plucker on. Water hose ready. All right, so pull our chickens out. All right, this process is pretty clean. Let me spray it. Now, step one, pull that head off, dispose of it. Go ahead and cut open right here. Next thing you want to do is get the windpipe, esophagus, and crop. The crop's going to be on that chicken breast right there. And it's slippery and slick and everything else, so you just got to grab a hold and pull. Joel Salatin has a great video at the Homesteaders Conference of him doing this. And that's how I learned how to do it, was just by watching videos. Alright, so you got that loose. Come down here, cut our chicken feed off. We're just cutting in the valleys, not cutting any bone. Just nice and smooth cuts right there in the valley between the bones and the joint. Right there. Now we're going to pull up here and cut that skin right there. Just have to get in there. Alright, just tear that open. Now the fun part, sticking your hand up in this chicken. I'm just going to pull everything out. The key on these birds is to let them fast for at least 12, 18 hours, longer the better. These fasted for about 15 hours. Alright, so you got all your insides right there. We're going to expose them. Alright, now we've got the vent right here. We're going to cut around the vent. Hold that to one side. We're going to cut under the vent. Right there, the vent's gone. Now, we've got to get the lungs out of the chicken. There's one lung. The other lung came apart, I think. Keep everything clean in this whole process. Inside looks pretty clean. We're going to flip this bird over. I don't leave the tail, so we're just going to make an incision around the tail just to get through that muscle, and right there it just came right off. Looks like I got a few feathers on the wing. That plucker got a little rough, like it broke the wing. I'll be able to tell you though. This is real easy because they've been scalded. If you can't get a hold of them, what works good is a pair of catfish skinners. You just grab a hold of them wings and just pull them right out of the bird. These here is relatively easy to get out. I'm gonna get up here, and I don't leave the neck either, so we're just gonna cut this neck off. I'm gonna cut it up pretty high up there in the shoulder blade area. I just want to cut around that meat, twist it, that way it breaks at a vertebrae, and there's no sharp edges for when we bag them. Again, just keep it clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So we're going to keep our area clean. Alright, we got a clean bird right there. Looks like I left some of that windpipe there. Let me get that out. Alright, everything else looks good. Alright, there's one. Used the broke wing. Looks like we got a little rough, but there's one bird. Alright. all the chickens in the coolers, I should say. Couldn't get those 3 in the other 2 coolers. This is a 150 quart cooler. Those are 52 quart coolers, and that's 33 chickens total. And we let them ice overnight. So by keeping them in that icy water all night long, that just kind of helps them break down. Kind of lets it age so that the meat's not tough. So we've got our pot heating up here. Looks like we've got some water in the thermometer, but about 150 degrees now. So we're gonna get it up to about 200, and then we'll put them in bags. We'll be using Texas Poultry shrink bags. This is the brand I always use. I don't have any kind of sponsorship with them unless they want to reach out and sponsor us for next year. But these are made in the USA, and these are going to be the 10 by 16 bags. I know last year we had some that just barely fit in these bags, but those were, you're talking 7-pound chickens. And so these are really good bags. Not had any kind of problem with freezer burn. Here's the bag itself, really good thick bag. Comes with the everything needed. Got your straw and the zip ties. Like I said, never had an issue with tearing, never had an issue with freezer burn. Really, really good bags. Texas Poultry, you can get them on their website, Amazon, eBay. Alright, so I've got the chickens sitting up so they can drain a little bit of water out of them before we bag them. So we're just going to slip this bag over them like this. Just goes right over, nice and snug fit here. Like that. Chicken all the way down in there. Alright, now we're going to take the straw, shoot the straw down into the cavity of the chicken, squeeze out all the air we can and twist it around, and zip tie around it. Tie good and tight. Pull straw up just a little bit. Water's about 200 degrees. We're just going to ease it down in there. We're going to pull it out. Table. Some of that air will come out. And pull that out and zip tie. That's all there is to it. And now you've got freshly bagged chicken ready to go into the freezer, raised right in your backyard. So this one here is going to be one of our smaller ones. You can kind of see in comparison to my hand. Got it 0 and about 4.5 pounds there. And this is the one we just bagged, and you can see just over 5 pounds there. Nearly 6 pounds, 5 pounds, nearly 14 ounces. Good looking bird. We've got a freezer full of chicken. So I done 28 whole chickens, and then I cut up the rest and done some bags of breast, leg quarters, wings, and chicken tenders. And so, yep, we got plenty to eat on now. Well, there you go. There's our process of how we process our chickens. These chickens were 8 weeks and 4 or 5 days old, so about 8.5 weeks, I guess, maybe 3 or 4 days old. Anyways, but they all averaged. We had some that was like 4 pounds, 13 ounces, 4 pounds, 14 ounces. Then we had some that hit 7.2, 7.3. So they were just in between, you know, about 5 to 7 pounds, but I would say they averaged 5.5 to 6 pounds. And I didn't do a good job of keeping up exactly how much feed we bought, but I would say probably about 13 or 14 50-pound sacks of feed. And I'll show you the feed that we use. So it's the Do More brand by Purina. You get this only at Tractor Supply that I know of. And it's got prebiotics, probiotics, organic minerals. And it's just a 20% chick starter grower. And you can feed this straight from chicks all the way to butcher. So like I said, I don't remember exactly how many bags of feed, but I would say probably, like I said, 13 or 14 bags. And I figure, just estimating on that and all of our cost of the chickens, and then the bags and ice, I'd say we got about $430 in these chickens. So, you know, it's not as cheap as if you go buy it at the store, but you know exactly how it was raised, you know exactly what it ate, and it had a good life here. They even, a lot of days we'd let them out to free range, so they didn't spend their days cooped up in a 110 degrees chicken house. You know how, if you ever drove by a chicken house in the South, you know what they smell like. So they had a good life here. Now they're going to be put to good use. But appreciate y'all watching. If you have any questions about any of this whole process, just leave me a comment down below. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and I appreciate all y'all for watching. We'll see you next time.